Alright, this is G here. Let's have a talk about Sage Northcutt. I mean, the last time we saw this kid, he ended up getting beat by Bryan Barberena, and it looked like he just tapped out, as many MMA fans would say. He basically just wussed out and just tapped too quickly and would just look like he was in panic mode there. And I mean, this was supposed to be the kid that was supposed to be the next big thing, according to Dana White and a lot of MMA pundits out there that were basically pumping him up and tossing out tons of hype promos and everything else. He came into the UFC looking like a wrecking ball. I mean, he took out Francisco Trevino, he took out Cody Pfister, I mean, like, with ease. So he looked like he was on his way to being the next big thing with training over there at TriStar Gym with GSP and crew, and a lot of people had a lot of big things going on for this kid. He just seemed to be one of those oddities where if people couldn't figure out what was really going on because everybody said that, hey, he's a model, or hey, he doesn't belong in the UFC, he's too young, this doesn't look like a sport for somebody that looks like him. But he came in and he proved that he could fight and everything, but yet he lost to Bryan Barberena at UFC on Fox, Johnson versus Bader. So that's just one of those things where people are still kind of interested in seeing him fight, especially with this new fight coming up at UFC 200 versus Enrique Marin. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like he gets put up against somebody else that is unranked, but still he's able to beat and build upon his record and basically get back in that spotlight so that the UFC can go back to pumping him up again. But how long can the UFC actually keep pumping this kid up? I mean, how many days, how many times, how many cards can they actually keep feeding Sage Northcutt these supposedly easy fights, and especially what happens to the Sage Northcutt hype train if he continues to lose to these unranked or lower ranked fighters? So it's just a mystery here and everything, where people are just kind of ecstatic that Sage Northcutt is fighting at UFC 200, but then they're also worried that, hey, you know, we really want Sage Northcutt to be the next big thing, especially being at such an age of 19, where he could actually be the next GSP or even better. And he just has all that time. So this is one of those fights where it's not like he's getting fed, but he's also getting that chance to get back in the win column and do what a lot of people actually believe that he can do in the ring. And then you have to take into account that this is going to be Sage Northcutt's welterweight debut. And so with him moving to, this guy's going to hit harder, or is Sage Northcutt going to somehow come back stronger and actually fight to his full potential at a heavier weight class where he doesn't have to cut or he doesn't have to do anything, even though when you look at the guy, there's nothing really left to cut anyways. What do you MMA fans out there think about Sage Northcutt being added to UFC 200? Do you all think that it's too fast, too soon, and that he probably needs to go back and rework some things? Or do you think this is just one of those things where the UFC wants to pump up this UFC 200 card, make it historic, and just basically toss him in there for the excitement factor and all that other stuff? So give us your thoughts, give us your opinions, and as always, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe.